Just days ago, we were still catching our breath over a primordial galaxy, almost as old as time itself, another mind-bender uncovered by the Webb telescope. Today, though, the story takes a sharper turn. This discovery hasn't just flown under the radar, it's about to flip your sense of reality. So let's not ease in, let's dive. When Webb launched, it didn't simply arrive with polite applause. It shattered assumptions. Humanity has always gazed upward, asking the same quiet question: how vast is all of this? Each leap in technology gives us confidence, until the universe gently laughs and pulls the curtain back further. We thought we understood the scale. We really didn't. Webb's earliest observations made that painfully clear. Its first major release unveiled a cosmic view so overwhelming that earlier space images suddenly felt quaint. One mission, one colossal image, and suddenly our mental map of the universe needed a complete rewrite. If this feels like a lot, don't look away. This is where it gets wild. This is where the Cosmos Webb field enters the scene. It's the deepest, widest, most detailed portrait of the universe ever assembled. The image reaches back an astonishing 13.5 billion years and holds more than 780,000 galaxies within it, each one quietly existing, each one daring scientists to rethink how the universe evolved. Staring at it feels less like observation and more like confrontation. To grasp how absurdly massive this achievement is, we need to rewind a little. For decades, the Hubble Space Telescope was our greatest cosmic storyteller. In 2004, it fixed its gaze on what looked like a lifeless sliver of sky and refused to blink for 11 straight days. That patience paid off with one of the most famous images in science. That empty patch exploded into life. Roughly 10,000 galaxies emerged, some so distant their light began its journey more than 13 billion years ago. Each tiny point wasn't a star, it was an entire galaxy, crammed with billions of suns, almost as if they were staring back, puzzled that we'd only just noticed them. That single image reshaped astronomy. It helped scientists estimate that the observable universe might contain around 2 trillion galaxies. Casual. Yet even Hubble, legendary as it was, had blind spots. Hubble mainly saw visible and ultraviolet light. That works, unless you're hunting the universe's earliest galaxies. Their ancient light has been stretched by cosmic expansion into infrared wavelengths, warped by time itself. This is where Webb steps in, gleaming with its enormous gold mirror, built not for beauty, but for precision. Webb doesn't just see farther, it sees through. Dust that once obscured Hubble's vision becomes transparent. The faint, reddened glow of the first cosmic structures suddenly comes into focus. And here's the scale check. If Hubble's ultra-deep field fit neatly on a sheet of paper, the Cosmos Webb map at the same detail wouldn't fit on a desk, or even a door. It would cover a wall, stretching more than 13 feet in every direction. That's not refinement, that's a total transformation. The shift in perspective is profound. It's like realizing the world is far larger than the few streets you grew up on. This staggering view is the result of the Cosmos Webb project, and it demanded serious commitment. During Webb's first year alone, it became the telescope's largest observing program. More than 250 hours were spent scanning a region of sky 3 times wider than the full moon. That's not just observation, that's devotion. In human terms, it's pulling the ultimate all-nighter. In cosmic terms, it's how revolutions begin. Countless individual snapshots were painstakingly stitched together, 1 pixel at a time, until they became a single, flawless cosmic tapestry. What emerged is nothing less than the most profound and far-reaching view of the universe humanity has ever assembled. This open-access cosmic atlas holds more than 780,000 galaxies, each minding its own business while casually dismantling everything we thought we understood about reality. No big deal. Except it absolutely is. This map doesn't just show space, it tells a story. In one continuous sweep, it traces galactic history from the universe's earliest snapshots, taken only a few 100 million years after the Big Bang, all the way to the modern cosmos. This isn't an incremental upgrade. It's the moment you flip on the lights and realize the room you were standing in is actually a stadium. Where Hubble once revealed a lively neighborhood, James Webb now unveils an entire cosmic megacity, towering clusters, glowing outskirts, vast intergalactic corridors, and the occasional lonely dead end. For the first time, astronomers aren't limited to studying galaxies in isolation. They can finally see how the universe is built, how its massive structures connect, and how matter weaves itself into the enormous cosmic web. These aren't just beautiful patterns, they're colossal galaxy clusters, delicate filaments stretching across unimaginable distances, and yawning voids where almost nothing exists. This image isn't frozen in time, it is time. We're looking straight through billions of years of history. The closest galaxies in this view sent their light on a journey lasting several billion years just to reach our eyes. The farthest ones began shining when the universe was barely out of infancy. Our journey starts nearby, only a few billion light-years away, practically local by cosmic standards, where galaxies appear mature and settled. Spirals unfurl with elegance, giant ellipticals loom with quiet authority, and irregular galaxies twist into strange, beautiful shapes, all dancing under gravity's influence. Because the cosmos Webb field is so vast, scientists can watch how these galaxies gather into immense neighborhoods and superclusters. And then there's the scene stealer, the so-called infinity galaxy. Two galaxies collide with such symmetry that they form a glowing figure eight, as if the universe briefly decided to experiment with abstract art. Even stranger, a supermassive black hole appears to be taking shape not inside either galaxy, but right between them, like discovering a volcano forming in the ocean between two islands. Astronomers are, understandably, losing their composure, professionally, of course. This period, around 10 billion years ago, marks the universe at its most frantic and productive. Star formation was in overdrive. Galaxies blazed with youthful energy, bursting with hot, bright stars, turning the cosmos into one long, sleepless celebration. And yet, Webb couldn't resist throwing in a surprise. It found galaxies that had already shut down star formation, quenched systems, quietly resting during what should have been their most energetic era. It's like showing up to a packed festival only to find entire stages already powered down. Even more unsettling, Webb spotted beautifully organized spiral galaxies, complete with well-defined arms, appearing just a few billion years after the Big Bang. According to long-standing theories, structures like these shouldn't exist yet. They were supposed to still be under construction. Instead, galactic evolution seems to have hit fast forward, racing ahead of every prediction. And that brings us to the edge of understanding itself. Pushing James Webb to its limits, we arrive at the cosmic dawn, only a few 100 million years after the universe first sparked into existence. Before Webb, models painted this era as dim and sparse. Gravity, we believed, needed more time to gather matter and ignite the first stars. Webb disagreed. Rather than a quiet cosmic nursery, it revealed a universe already buzzing with activity, crowded, luminous, and inconveniently mature. Bright galaxies appear where none were expected. Distance records keep falling so often it's starting to feel personal. First came Jade's Z14-0, shining as it existed just 290 million years after the Big Bang. Then, almost immediately, another contender stole the spotlight, seen just 280 million years after everything began. Each discovery pushed the timeline further back, and each one came with an uncomfortable implication. These aren't small, clumsy proto-galaxies. They're confident, radiant overachievers. Even more astonishing, they contain heavier elements like carbon and nitrogen. That means at least one full generation of stars had already formed, lived, and exploded within the universe's first few 100 million years. On a cosmic scale, that's like jumping from dial-up internet to a smartphone before finishing your morning coffee. The pace is staggering, and it's forcing astronomers back to the chalkboard, erasers worn thin, rewriting theories that once felt solid. We are literally watching the universe revise its own origin story, and it's doing so with the dramatic flair of a cosmic author who just tossed the original script into a black hole. So when we ask, how big is the universe, really? Webb's answer isn't a simple measurement. It's a humbling shift in perspective, a reminder that our place in this vast story is far smaller and far more awe-inspiring than we ever imagined. And that number? It's almost impossible to truly comprehend. A sliver of sky, barely a speck in the grand scheme of everything. And inside that infinitesimal window, more than 780,000 galaxies. Pause for a second and really sit with that. That single glimpse alone reveals a universe that isn't merely larger than we expected. It's more organized, more developed, and astonishingly advanced far earlier than our theories ever allowed. In plain terms, something doesn't add up. And that's exactly what makes it thrilling. The sheer number of ancient galaxies, paired with how surprisingly mature they appear, is putting real pressure on our standard picture of the cosmos. It suggests that galaxies, and the supermassive black holes anchoring them, may have emerged sooner, grown faster, or formed through mechanisms we haven't even imagined yet. It's as if the universe bolted out of the starting blocks while our equations were still getting dressed. This is what a true shift in understanding feels like, the moment you realize reality itself just received a major upgrade. Because the universe isn't an empty, silent expanse after all. It's alive with structure, layered with history, and packed with stories unfolding at every possible distance. For the first time, we're no longer peering at dim red smudges clinging to the edge of time. We're seeing vibrant, fully developed early galaxies in stunning numbers, objects that simply refuse to stay within the lines of our old explanations. They aren't waiting to be explained, they're forcing us to rethink everything. And thanks to this single, monumental image, we've become the first generation to truly comprehend the universe on its newly revealed scale. A scale not defined solely by light years, but by the staggering abundance of worlds and the unimaginable depth of time they contain. It's humbling. It's electrifying. It's the kind of mind-bending awe that reminds you why we look up in the first place. And perhaps the most astonishing realization of all? Even this record-breaking map, the largest ever assembled, is still just a tiny glance through the universe's keyhole. If you enjoyed this journey, don't forget to like and subscribe for more breathtaking discoveries from the Webb telescope. We'll see you in the next video.